My parents gave my twin sister away at birth and never told me. I was reaching for avocados when I saw my own face staring back at me from across the produce section. We stared at each other, identical shock on our faces. I'm adopted, she said immediately, like that explained everything. I'm not, I replied. We sat in the Starbucks inside the store comparing birthmarks and baby photos she had from her adoption file. Same birthday, same hospital. My parents told me my birth mother was a teenager, Maria said. I showed her photos of my mom and dad. We need to talk to them, I said. I drove to my parents' house with my hands shaking so badly I could barely grip the steering wheel. Everything I thought I knew about my life was crumbling. When my mother opened the door, I held up my phone with a picture of Maria and I together and watched her face collapse. You had twins, I said, my voice breaking. You had twins and you gave one away and you never told me. My father came up behind her and went white when he saw what I was showing them. How could you lie to me for 23 years? I was screaming now. Years of being the perfect only child exploding out of me. Every birthday, every Christmas, I had a sister out there and you knew. You knew. My mother was crying, but I didn't care. We were drowning in debt, she said. Dad's business hadn't taken off yet. We could barely afford one baby. My father tried his rational voice that usually calmed me down. The adoption agency promised she'd go to a good family. We thought we were doing the right thing. The right thing? I laughed bitterly. The right thing would have been telling me I had a twin sister. The right thing would have been keeping us together. I thought about every time I'd begged them for a sibling. Every time they'd said maybe someday, knowing the whole time that my sister existed somewhere else. You let me be lonely my whole childhood when I had a twin. Do you understand what you stole from both of us? They didn't have an answer that could fix 23 years of lies. I left and picked up Maria, bringing her back to meet them properly. She wasn't angry like I was, just sad. I had good parents, she said quietly. They died in a car accident 2 years ago. My mother started crying and reached for Maria's hand. I'm so sorry. We thought about you every single day. Maria let her hold her hand, and I saw her eyes fill with tears. Over the next few weeks, Maria and I became inseparable. She was funny in ways I wasn't, bold where I was careful. She'd traveled all over on barely any money while I'd stayed safe in my bubble. We stayed up talking about the same recurring dreams we both had about swimming in a green pool, which turned out to be the view from our birth hospital room. She moved into my apartment temporarily when her lease ended, and my roommate loved her immediately. Maria made everyone laugh with her impressions and stories from her job at the animal shelter. She fit into my friend group perfectly, even better than I did sometimes. You're the fun twin, my best friend Rachel joked, and I pretended it didn't sting because I was so happy to have her in my life. She started asking me to tell her everything about growing up with our parents, what traditions we had, what mom made for breakfast on Saturdays, how dad tucked me in when I was little. I loved sharing it all with her, loved seeing her face light up when I described Christmas mornings or family vacations. She asked to see all our photo albums and we spent entire weekends going through them. Show me your room, she said one day, your childhood room at your parents' house. We drove over while they were at work and I gave her the full tour. She touched everything carefully, like it was a museum. I always wondered what my room would have looked like, she said. She started picking up my mannerisms, the way I tucked my hair behind my ear, how I laughed. It was sweet, like she was trying to find the similarities between us. When she bought the same perfume I wore, she said, I want to know if we would have picked the same things if we'd grown up together. She was healing something in me I didn't know was broken, the loneliness of being an only child. One evening we were making dinner at my parents' house while they were out. Maria knew where everything was by then, moved through the kitchen like she'd grown up there. She was asking about their schedules, when they traveled for work, what their daily routines were. I want to surprise them with breakfast sometime, she said. What time does mom wake up? Does dad still take those sleeping pills you mentioned? I was telling her all about their morning habits when she got a text that made her face change. She stepped onto the patio to make a call and I could hear her through the window I'd cracked earlier to let the cooking smoke out. I know everything now, she was saying. Their schedules, their medications, Georgette's signatures. She trusts me completely. She paused, listening, then continued. Tomorrow when she's at work, I'll go to the house with a spare key she gave me. I'll take what I need to become her. They chose her over me, but soon they won't even know they have the wrong daughter. Georgette can have my life, what's left of it, while I take back the 23 years they stole from me. Full story on the channel below.